Gordon's got the ground game.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 16 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this is caught by Curse. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Carr.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but
he's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hollywood. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach is oratorical.
Muscles him off. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down. This is Breida on the draw. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This from 54 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Morgan. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the 17, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr. Open man, it's Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. To throw, it's Carr. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he will take it on in for a Bengals. Dwayne Allen. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
You've seen me up here. That's right. We can't be stopped.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Flushed out right. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 25.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
White now to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they... And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Carr. He's got his man. It's Kurz. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. And it's complete. Henry. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Goff. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. There's Goff. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Morgan. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Goff.
Remember throughout my career here in deep.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 280.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Caught by Allen.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going?
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Goff. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Breida. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got Kurz. And he'll take into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Third touchdown pass now for... Third and long. It's gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Just a little bit